shows. This is WGAC AM Augusta and WGAC FM Harlem, a Beasley Media Group station.
CBS News, I'm Frank Sedapani. The courtship is about to begin. Federal Judge Neil Gorsuch is expected on Capitol Hill within the hour to start wooing the senators who'll be voting on his nomination to the Supreme Court. Judiciary Committee Chairman Charles Grassley is already in his corner.
I think that he's a principled, mainstream, conservative judge.
Critics agree that he's conservative, but they say his positions on gun rights, the death penalty, and women's issues put him outside the mainstream. CBS's Nancy Cordes tells us a bruising confirmation battle looms.
Many Democrats refer to this as a stolen seat. They believe it was President Obama's right to name this Supreme Court justice. They have threatened to hold up the nomination for an undefined period of time. Some have said they are going to vote no. Others say they have a lot of questions.
And we asked CBS News senior legal analyst Andrew Cohen how Gorsuch stacks up against the justice he would succeed.
He's Scalia without the scowl. He's a consistent conservative judge with an excellent and accessible writing style who will both restore the court's conservative majority and also likely reach out to the other justices in ways that Scalia did not.
A short time ago, the Senate Finance Committee approved President Trump's nominee for Treasury Secretary, Financier Steve Mnuchin, and Health Secretary-designate Tom Price. The committee voted with no Democrats present. The California legislature is working on a bill that would declare the entire state a sanctuary for illegal immigrants. That would prevent the police from turning illegal immigrants over to federal authorities. State Assemblyman Rob Bonta.
We're going to support and protect them because right now our immigrants in California are under full frontal assault from the federal administration and the new president. President
Trump has warned he'll cut funding to so-called sanctuary cities. Children who attend 24 Pittsburgh schools are having a snow day without the snow. Those schools are closed because the water supply in that part of the city doesn't have enough chlorine to kill parasites. A boil water alert has been issued for 100,000 customers. On the West Bank, Jewish settlers put up barricades, threw rocks, and set fires today when Israeli soldiers came to move them out of an unauthorized West Bank outpost. The Israeli Supreme Court ruled that the settlement was built illegally on Palestinian land. A survey out today shows that corporate human resource departments stepped on the gas in January. Private businesses added close to 250,000 jobs. That was the biggest uptick since last June. 11-year-old New Jersey Girl Scout Charlotte McCourt is like George Washington. She can't tell a lie, even when it comes to rating Girl Scout cookies.
A bleak, gluten-free, flavorless wasteland, and I rated it a 1 out of 10.
But here's the kicker. After that video went viral, she sold 16,000 boxes of cookies. In early trading on Wall Street, the averages are higher across the board. The Dow Industrials are ahead 83 points. This is CBS News.
Do you have acne or even the occasional breakout? With prescription-grade Proactive Plus, your acne can heal and you can prevent future breakouts. Try Proactive Plus 100% risk-free. Plus, get 2 free gifts and free shipping. Take it from me, Proactive really works. Get prescription-grade Proactive Plus, their amazing skin purifying mask, and a second gift of your choice. Totally free and free shipping. You're guaranteed to get clear and stay clear, or you don't pay a penny. Call now. 800-281-8770. 800-281-8770.
Do you have knee or back pain? If you have Medicare or private insurance, we have great news. You may qualify right now to get a pain-relieving knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. I've used them. They work. Call the Pain Relief Hotline right now for free information.
800-281-8944. 800-281-8944. That's 800-281-8944.
One day, women of the world will be fully equal with men, but that day seems to be a long way off.
It'll be another 170 years until female inequality ends, according to a report by the World Economic Forum. It looked at 4 areas of inequality across 144 countries. In health outcomes, there's just a 4% gender gap, 5% in educational attainment. In political empowerment, a 23% gap. But when it comes to economic participation, women are 41% worse off than men. No nation has completely closed the gender gap. The U.S. ranks 45th. Larry Miller, CBS News, London.
During the campaign, President Trump called the Department of Veterans Affairs probably the most incompetently run government agency. But his pick to run that department, David Shulkin, says a top-to-bottom house cleaning is not the way to meet the needs of millions of veterans. Frank Sedapani, CBS News.
Hi, I'm Aaron Clements. Join me on the CNC Automotive Show this coming Saturday morning. That's 580 AM or 95.1 FM WGAC.
Your closet is full of movie reels and videos that you can't watch. I have your answer. Adam's here from Transvideo. Now, you have a unique gift idea for our listeners, transferring old home movies and videos onto DVD to share again with family and friends.
And now we have a transfer special to transfer your 16mm, regular 8, Super 8mm films and videotapes onto DVD and hard drive. Give me a call, 800-844-5030.
So how do you do this?
First, we clean, lubricate, repair, and restore your films. Then we digitally transfer your films while constantly adjusting the light levels and color levels. Plus, we edit out the bad spots, producing our customers a crystal clear, flicker-free production. Call me today, 800-844-5030.
You know, it occurs to me, you could also transfer videotapes like VHS and Beta, 8mm, and DV.
Easter, Mother's and Father's Day are just around the corner. Call Transvideo now at 800-844-5030 to digitally transfer your memories into the future.
Welcome back to There It Is with Deke Copenhaver. I'm Deke Copenhaver, your host, and this morning we are talking urban farming and the healthy food movement with representatives of GROW Harrisburg, reminding listeners that our phone lines are open at 706-863-5800. And for the first half of the show, we have Tasha Alison, Henry Sanders, Bonnie Williams, and LaDonna Doleman. But Tasha, I want to talk a little bit about what we were discussing during the break, that really this is changing the neighborhood completely. And that's what, but we talked, LaDonna had made mention of the fact that this breaks down walls of mistrust to have people coming together around something like this. And part of what I love about this show is it's just a conversation. And I think in today's world where, you know, texting and everything is so prevalent, and people being able to spend time face to face working together is just, it's once again helping to transform a neighborhood.
Absolutely. You know, one of the most beautiful things that we've been doing lately is having community meals. We do them twice a year. All of the GROW Harrisburg organizations are involved. It's spearheaded by Augusta Locally Grown. Last year, we held one right down the middle of Fenwick Street in front of the campus. We set a table for 100 people, real plates, real silverware, real glassware, linens. It was beautiful. And folks in the neighborhood, Miss Bonnie and a lot of others cooked, and we all ate together. And it was tremendous. The community just came out, and we hung out and talked and got to know each other. Again, creating a sustainable community, getting to know your neighbors. That's why we have sidewalks and front porches.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and I made mention earlier that sometimes I think there's a stigma attached to Harrisburg, that people think a certain way. And for our listeners, you know, just to get to know what is really going on in Harrisburg, Turn Back the Block, I had representatives of them on a recent show. So the housing is being rebuilt. I mean, the housing stock that's already there is great. But with this movement, it's not. If people have a negative connotation of Harrisburg, they really shouldn't.
Yeah. Turn Back the Block is actually one of our GROW Harrisburg partners. And we often share volunteers and coordinate volunteer days together. So, again, another one of our trusted partners. Pretty awesome.
Well, and I've said, and you know, early on when I started this show, somebody said, well, I wonder when he's going to stop bringing on Augusta cheerleaders. And I'm like, well, after 2 months of doing this, you know, there's a good spirit going on in the community. And I think that's, you know, it's a good thing to have an opportunity to reflect it. But I would say the same thing with Harrisburg. LaDonna, I drive through Harrisburg every day. And so I can see how it's being transformed. You know, you've got the work on the Sibley Mill and King Mill. You've got the Croc Center there now. And we've discussed it. You've got, I think, younger people are moving in with the growth of the university. But one of the things I love about it, it's a diverse neighborhood.
It's very diverse. And then with them putting Select Hospital right there, which Select Hospital's been there 10 years now. And so that's a big thing for us up at the hospital. But anyways, it is very diverse. It's not just, back in the day, Harrisburg used to be just, it was an older community. But now it is older and younger generations together. And so we want GROW Harrisburg to get people out of their homes, talking to each other, mingling with each other. Also, and what's the best way of doing it when you're growing gardens? You're breaking bread, you're making dishes together and whatnot and stuff. Like I say, food is, people don't know how powerful food is.
It's a common denominator.
Some people do, but it is something unique when you can sit down and fellowship with your neighbor and have great food and great conversation. And with the Icebox and Locally Grown, putting the raised beds in the community, it just brings people like Miss Bonnie and her neighbor outside their home and be like, hey, I seen them greens over there growing up in the backyard. And, then you have other streets and stuff down the, other people on the other side and whatnot and stuff. They're also having raised beds and sharing peppers and tomatoes and whatnot and stuff, cucumbers. And so it is definitely, food is definitely and growing, the raised beds are definitely the union. We're trying to bring Harrisburg together.
Absolutely.
And so that is something definitely different and unique.
Well, we have got a caller. Let's go to Franklin and Augusta. Franklin, you're on there.
Yes, my name's Franklin. I'm calling to find out where is this vegetable market y'all are talking about located in Augusta?
It's in the park across from the Kroc Center. Right across the street. You can't miss it.
On Broad Street.
On Broad Street, yes.
A.L. Williams Park.
Yes, A.L. Williams Park.
Y'all sell the vegetables?
We have a number of folks who sell vegetables, not only local farmers like the Addersons in Watsonia, J&L Farm. We also have backyard growers like the Backyard Gardener, and there are a number of others that are there selling their vegetables.
Oh, okay. When are y'all open to sell the vegetables?
April 11th.
Oh,
yeah, through October.
It's not open now, huh?
Nope, not yet. However, you can order online through Augusta Locally Grown, and there's a pickup right there.
Southern Maid.
At Southern Maid, yep, on Broad Street on Tuesdays. So if you go online to Augusta Locally Grown and order all your vegetables, you can order from tons of local farms and backyard growers and pick it up on Tuesdays. They'll package it up really nicely for you.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep, vegetables and milks and meats and all kinds of great stuff.
Pies, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those Backyard Gardener hand pies.
Have some pie.
Oh, those things are awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Thank y'all.
But we'd love to see you in April.
Okay, and I just want to say I got a lot of respect for Mr. Deke Copenhaver.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I got a lot of respect for you. I love what you do.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Keep up the good work, and you're going to outrun off the road.
We'll see about that. But thank you so much for your call.
All right, so y'all have a blessed day.
You too.
All right.
You know, that's the great thing about this show too, is being able to get information out there. But it's once again, you know, we talk about the way that this is transforming that neighborhood and bringing people together. But I want to touch again on the healthier eating aspect of it, because, you know, for our listeners who may have just joined us, we're talking urban farming and the healthy local eating movement. But I had touched on it, Tasha, earlier, and I'm going to go to Bonnie too. But really, when you look at the rates, the public health situation in Augusta, Georgia, and as I've said, it's not a Chamber of Commerce moment, because when you look at childhood obesity, when you look at the rate of diabetes, you know, we've got public health issues. But one of the things that I think is really unique about the situation is in Harrisburg, and hopefully I want to see this move to, and we're going to talk a little bit about the potential for co-ops, but would love to see this movement move to Laney Walker, Bethlehem. There's a great deal of redevelopment going on there, but you've got the university that is a neighbor that sits, basically right there near the neighborhood. So let's talk about them as a partner on the public health issue and what it means.
Well, we do have MCG students that are involved in the Fruit and Veggie RX program. One of the most amazing things after the program is over that we've seen over the last 2 years, now going into our third, is that just like LaDonna, people are getting off of medications. Mm-hmm. They're losing weight. They are getting off of their high blood pressure medicine at astounding rates. And those things are tracked during this program. It's a 5-month program. So, I mean, it's pretty incredible to watch people's lives changed just by eating local, healthy fruits and vegetables.
And Ms. Bonnie, how has that, you've touched on it, but just the not just the eating healthier, but to get out, it's really exercise to garden as well.
Yes, it is. So, and that's what I love, because I'm not really able to do much, but I do the best that I can. I work for a little while, and I sit down for a little while. Work, rest, work, rest. But,
that's good advice right there.
Yeah, bring the community together. And then, since I've been in this program, then I say, what I need to start doing is utilizing things in the community. Like that at Croc Center over there, mm-hmm. I go over there and do exercise, and then sometimes I will go up to Walmart to get my hair pressed or something like that. I said, well, why go up there when we got this place, Young at Heart, right there in the community? Mm-hmm. So while I'm leaving out the community, taking money out the community, bring the money back into the community.
Exactly.
Be quick to run somewhere else with the money, but bring the money in the community. And these programs help bring the money in the community, and it help teach us how to utilize what's in our community instead of running from here to there. And then I'm talking about increasing the program. I wish they would increase the program, because my daughter, she work at a school, and the school is out, and then she be trying to get them to help show the kids there how to grow different things. So if they could get them a raised bed, this will help. They start out there in South Augusta in that community, but we got to teach them how to utilize these things that is put here for us. And I love going to the market on Tuesday, and a couple of times I go up when it was right there right down from the clinic. I went in there a couple of times, and they said, "Come on in." So I went in there, got me some strawberries and some greens and stuff, and I fixed that stuff. And then I got a grandson that worked at the place on Broad Street. I can't call the name of it. He worked at the place on Broad Street on Tuesday. I said, "Well, what you doing up there, LJ?" He said, "I'm helping packing this stuff up for the people that's coming in."
Yes, ma'am.
And he was saying he got a list and he have to have everything in order. So I said, well, he's learning, but he happened to, because he would even help sometimes. Kim would sometimes send my stuff to my house if I wasn't able to make it up there by him. So every little bit counts.
Yes, ma'am.
And we just have to help in the community. And if somebody cannot even make it, all they got to do is, like you say, put their order in and let them know, and it will be delivered to them. We not ashamed.
Yes, ma'am. Well, we've got another caller. Let's go to Tracy in Edgefield. Welcome to the show, Tracy.
Thank you. I have a couple comments I'd like to make.
Go ahead.
Yes, I was thinking, my grandmother's 99, and she comes from a farming family in North Carolina. And I remember her saying what few things green means life. And I'm thinking, I love history. 100 years or more ago, if you probably didn't work the land, you didn't eat. Mm-hmm. And, when the men cleared an acre of land, they done a lot of work back then. I'm involved with Edgefield pottery, and 150 years ago you didn't have ice box or ways of canning food, and utilitarian wear on the farms was a way of life, and we had special alkaline glaze and kaolin and stuff from this area, and it's collected all over the world. was thinking how it just amazes me that in South Carolina, I think in the 20s, where it was against the law for slaves to read and write, and some of the most prized possessions in the state of South Carolina or in the Southeast in general come from this area.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking Ralph Lauren's brother, Jerry, he paid $92,000 for an Edgefield face jug. And I'm just so amazed, and I think that with the poem verse days, you know, generally money follows money, and some people just, it seems like things come to them, but I'm real emotional thinking how kind and considerate you are to your guests yesterday and to the lady that's lived in the Harrisburg area for 50 years. And I'd just like to comment, I'm a little emotional right now because I'm from Savannah originally. And I live, of course, in Edgefield on Main Street. And I love South Carolina, and I tease people sometimes that I'd rather be in jail in South Carolina than walking free in Georgia.
Oh, come on, man.
Quite often because, you know, I'm kind of in the retail business and jewelry and antiques and collectibles. But I just wanted to point this out. I happen to be a victim in Harrisburg. I was shot back in October of 10. I used to have cash for gold on the vans, and, you know, I thought we were going to be the next Donnie Thompson, you know, like the Windsor Jewelers. But in any event, I had a for sale sign on the van, and I happened to want to go to Ezekiel Harris' house, and I stopped at a convenience.
I'll tell you, Tracy, we've got to go to a break, but if you can hold that thought, we'll come back to you.
Okay, thank you.
We'll be back with more of There It Is on News Talk WGAC.
Hi, my name's Kevin Coleman, and my family and I would like to take a moment to say thanks to the thousands of satisfied customers that we've been servicing for over 10 years here in the CSRA. From water heaters to faucets or drains, we can handle all your residential or commercial plumbing needs. We're proud to introduce our new trenchless sewer and drain replacements where we can replace your lines without disturbing your home or your landscape. So call today for your free no-obligation estimate, and remember, the drain surgeon. If it can be done, we can do it. You can visit us on the web at drainsurgeonaugusta.com.
Hiring is the most challenging part of my job.
We started using ZipRecruiter about 3 months ago. One click and my job was posted to 200 plus job boards, all the top sites.
All of the candidates came to my dashboard, and it's easy to compare them.
And I couldn't believe the number of great applicants we got. I don't know how we hired before ZipRecruiter.
Find the best candidates with ZipRecruiter, where your job is just one click away from 200 plus job sites. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/talk. That's ZipRecruiter.com/talk.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet, often diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that never seem to fix your problem? Your doctor has told you to just live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. This damage is commonly caused by a lack of blood flow to the nerves, which causes them to begin to degenerate. Dr. John Steverakis and his team at the Vitality Medical Centers in North Augusta has new treatment methods that can provide relief from neuropathy as long as your nerves have not sustained at least 85% nerve damage. They will do a neuropathy severity examination to determine the extent of the nerve damage, consisting of a detailed sensory evaluation and complete analysis of your neuropathy. Call 803-349-4900 to schedule an appointment today. We accept most major insurances, including Medicare. That's 803-349-4900. Or visit us online at vitalitymedcenters.com.
Today at 3, it's the Austin Road Show. 3 hours of today's biggest stories, along with local and national headlines. Here comes more of There It Is with Deke Copenhaver on News Talk WGAC. Here's Deke.
Welcome back, everybody, and reminding listeners that our phone lines are open at 706-863-5800, and we're discussing urban farming and the healthy local food movement that's going on in Harrisburg with my guests for the first half of the show, Tasha Alison, Henry Sanders, Bonnie Williams, and LaDonna Doleman. And we had Tracy on the line. Tracy, we're going to come back to you. And we'll be going to a break here shortly. So if you could sort of, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you had a story?
Yeah, I was just, October of 10, I was shot in that area. I wasn't familiar with the area, but I just wanted people to know, and it was little kids around 11, 12 years old. And, you know, like the lady said, when she played in the dirt and the mud, and sometimes when you think about building, when you like tools growing up, I just think it's amazing that, you know, everything was fine. It just went through my arm, and I have nothing against anybody, but I think that's a great community. I wouldn't be scared to walk through there, and I hope they continue to help the kids and continue to do these things, because I don't know a lot about health, but I know the antioxidants and free radicals and stuff you hear and read about is fruits and vegetables has got to be some of the best food for you. And, you know, maybe somebody could have TV coverage or even, you know, grow further, because a lot of people don't realize, I think there's a lot of sugars in fruits. Would you comment a little bit about that? And I'll go for now, and I enjoy the show, and I'll continue to listen.
Thank you, Tracy. Anybody want to comment on the sugars in the fruits?
Well, I think just like everything in life, there needs to be balance.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's one of the great things about when we're working with the nutritionists and the medical students through the FERX program and through some teachers we have at Icebox in our classroom, is knowing the balance for a good, healthy diet. And that involves lots of things, including fruits.
But that's something that, you know, most people, and you talk about the cooking classes and the real teaching aspect of that, that's most people don't have a clue of really what a healthy diet looks like.
Yeah.
And so, LaDonna, you know, you're diabetic. Talk a little bit more about what that means to you to be able to have access to the opportunity to learn of what that healthy diet looks like.
It was very, what can I say? It was an asset to me to learn, because then I was able to take out the bad sugars, take out the bad things, and then incorporate fresh fruit, which is much more healthier. It's going to digest much better than using or eating things that was not freshly grown.
Mm-hmm.
Also, with the veggies and the vegetables and whatnot and stuff, fresh green beans and collard greens and cabbages, kale and spinach. And then the fresh fruit, when fruit came around, you had watermelons and
peaches.
Peaches galore, and blueberries and whatnot and stuff. And instead of reaching for some cookies or something like that, a handful of fruit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great way to, and a couple of nuts. You have people out there also that have organic nuts that are out there selling things and whatnot and stuff. And so it just really made you look at food totally different in the sense that instead of just trying to go and get something quick to eat, you kind of made you think about, okay, should I really eat this, or should I just eat a little bowl of strawberries?
Mm-hmm.
Should I just go ahead and eat this bag of chips, or should I just go ahead and eat this banana? You know what I'm trying to say? And so with you eating more fresh fruit and veggies and whatnot and stuff, those sugars are much more better to break down than you eating other kind of products and stuff with a whole bunch of artificial sugar and stuff in it. Working at the hospital, and that is my field, at Select Hospital, food service coordinator, we have all these people that come in and they have these different diets. And it is so important to people to know that it's not just medicine that makes you better, it's eating right that makes you better.
Exactly.
And so my part in the hospital, and also with GROW Harrisburg, is making sure that the things that you have on your plate, color you eat. People, and I don't think people know this, but before you even put anything in your mouth, you can look at something and tell if you're going to like it or not. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You eat honestly. You eat with your eyes first.
Mm-hmm.
You see a burger on TV, you like, oh my gosh, look at that burger. You know what I'm trying to say? You're getting excited. You see that slice of pizza and you like, oh my goodness, I know it tastes good. So, and that's something to think about.
We've got to go to news at the bottom of the hour, but we'll be back with more of There It Is on News Talk WGAC.
Hi, this This is Suzanne Lilly with Hardwood Floors & More. February is here, and that means it's time to get your home ready for the spring. Hardwood Floors & More is your one-stop shop for lighting, flooring, area rugs, Hunter Douglas blinds, and so much more. And to help you update your home and make it even more beautiful, Hardwood Floors & More is offering 20% off all